Welcome to I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. Week 4 in the NFL is here, folks. We've had some straightforward weeks. We're starting to see some crazier type of results. That's what we got last week in the NFL. We'll see what week 4 gives us. I mean, a slate that Tyson and I were talking about that it kind of makes us uneasy, and I'm not sure if that was because of some of the results last week or not, but I wasn't too enthralled by some of the lines this week. I'll tell you that much.
I wasn't enthralled, Brad, but we're attacking. I'm not afraid of any of these weeks here in the NFL, dude. I'm challenging the NFL this year. You can't beat me.
No, I mean, Tyson is red hot, so let's get into it. I mean, this has been an insane run. As you want to lead it off here after going 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0, perfect week, plus 3.66 units. Steelers, Patriots under 44.5. Thank goodness Ramondre can't hold in the ball and some of those interceptions, but that was easy. Vikings team total over 22.5. Could have just taken Isaiah Rodgers total and sniffed this number. Man. I mean, insane. Broncos, Chargers under 46, never a doubt. Cardinals plus 3. I mean, we were smoking.
This could have been even bigger because I didn't even text Tyson because he was out sick what his play of the week was. So this could have even been a bigger week. And he is now up 10.75 units on the season. So he has been red hot. Hasn't had a losing week yet. I'm knocking on wood for jinxing you, but I mean, way you're rolling, man. Woo. I went 2-3 down 0.56 units. My play of the week got home with Chiefs and Seahawks moneyline parlay, the square parlay as I called it. But hey, it hit. We got some juice on that. Vikings -3. That was a rocking chair play. My goodness. Texans money line. What a complete insane game that was. I mean, they were dead. They shouldn't have won. Then they probably should have won. Then they definitely should have lost. And they should have, wow. So for that to lose, whatever. The Rams plus 3.5. I mean, that's just one of those ones that's classic NFL where your week turns because of that. Just insane result on that one. Should have got home. Should have been a plus week, but it wasn't. That is what it is. Falcons, Panthers over 43.5. If I would have told you Panthers were to score 30, you would have said this thing would have gone way over, yet it went way under because the Falcons got donutted, bageled. No points at all. So, again, 2-3, down 0.56 units. I'm up on the year 2.6 units. As a podcast, we were up 13.35 units. It's been a great season for us. We're going to try to keep things rolling.
Yeah, borderline ready to retire the show. If we get to 20, we're done.
Well, let's see if we can do that this week, Tyson, because ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is.
It's money-making time.
All righty, Tyson, you got the tee box, my man. You are cooking. So what are we starting off with?
I'm going with the Chargers here in the boom spot, Brad. -6.5 or -6 here on DraftKings, -110. I get the excitement, and maybe there's a little bit of a bump here for Jackson Dart for the New York Giants, or maybe this is a really, really good team that they're about to play in the Los Angeles Chargers with a really good quarterback and an offense that seems to be finding their identity, combined with Minter and that defense. It's an unfair spot to put Jackson Dart in, and I think that the Chargers are going to take full advantage of that and win this game by multiple scores.
I am really interested to see how Jackson Dart looks in this one, because we talked about it on our reaction. You know, if he performs well against this defense, Giants may have themselves a guy. They made a mistake, not with him, but putting them in for this game. It's just impatient franchises do impatient things. Tyson, my play of the week. If you want to talk about a boom spot, give me Packers -7, -105 on DraftKings. I think they're going to destroy the Cowboys. And maybe everybody else in the country does too, and this is a sharps versus squares thing. I just don't see how the Packers don't go into Dallas and just decimate that team. It's the worst defense. It's the worst secondary. The Packers just got embarrassed by the Cleveland Browns. I think they're going to be focused, and that defense, especially led by Micah Parsons, is going to be ready to tear apart this Cowboys team without CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens, that's going to be your number one. Jake Ferguson. Check down Charlie. That's what we're doing here. I can't believe this line's this short. I mean, what, 8.5 on a neutral? That doesn't even seem right. So give me Packers in a big way here.
We should have included some Micah stuff in our player props. Also, the public's been getting cooked. This year and last year, it was just every week the public was cleaning up. It's going to swing. There's going to be one here. So if you're with everybody else in the country, I might be 2 here later in the show. I'm going with the Ravens -2.5, walking into Kansas City, walking into Arrowhead Stadium, and just being better than the Chiefs. They're both disappointing to this point of the season, but one team has looked drastically different than the other. And as long as Derrick Henry doesn't fumble the ball here at the end of this game, I'm really comfortable at minus 2.5 under a field goal. Like Tyler Luke makes one to win the game. I'm pumped.
Getting Xavier Worthy back is intriguing for me here. Does that open up the offense? Is it more gadgety stuff?
Mean?
Like, I don't know.
Can he go down the field and catch the ball if he's playing in what's the harness look like? I guess maybe I should have waited, but I don't think it matters.
Well, it's that new thing, right? Where it's kind of like the elbow thing, but it's for the shoulder. Like it's
That's
a new.
what I'm saying. Dude, he's more of like 87 pounds. It doesn't it's a little different than when like Gronk or DJ Moore throws one up.
Well, I think it's going to be pop pass slants. Like I don't think we're going to see the full Xavier Worthy experience. So how does that affect things? We'll see. I mean, I had to stay away from that. I mean, Mahomes is another dog at home. It didn't work out against the Eagles. Imagine losing again. I mean, the aura may be gone. Tyson, here's the other public one that I'm on. Bills minus 15.5, minus 108 against DraftKings. I tried to find a way to attack this, and this is a terrible spot for the Saints. And maybe I'm stepping into it. Maybe the Bills don't care. But you go to Seattle and get destroyed on the scoreboard. Now, the metric-wise or advanced stats thing,
the yards were within 8 at one point. Yeah. They were down by 30.
So maybe that comes back to them here. But they got to go from Seattle back to New Orleans, then to Buffalo. Buffalo's got an extended bye after playing on Thursday, and they got to prepare for the Saints team. This has absolute destruction written all over it. My only concern is maybe the back door gets open, but this Bills team, Tyson, the defense has got to start playing better. I think they can do that against Spencer Rattler. So, yes, this is a big number. Yes, it's come down off open, and I think the Sharps and some of the professionals have hit this number to drive it down. I'm going to buy the dip here, and I think the Bills are going to put one on the Saints.
I'm a little bummed that Rattler threw that pick last week because he was going to get through like 4 weeks into an NFL season with a minus 400 point differential without turning the ball over. Like it's unreal what's happening to the Saints. But do the Bills care against the Jets when they won that game by 20? Like they just kind of sleptwalked that one, and that's already on tape. I'm going with the Bears here, money line against the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, they're going on the road. This Raiders offensive line is so bad. Like it is so bad. Maybe it's going to be good Geno, and I get cooked because he's at home and he's going to run the table. But like Trey Tucker it's a fun story, and Deontay Thornton is like out there and running routes and everything. But it's not. This offense isn't scary, and I think the Bears might be finding their footing a little bit. This is a spot I like them to go on the road here and get a win.
I was thinking about taking the over in this one, Tyson. I ultimately got a little scared away because I'm like, I don't think Caleb Williams is not going to be sacked by Max Crosby at this point.
Probably 3 times.
That scared me a little bit. The Bears, I think, can do it if they get this offense rolling. Maybe Ben Johnson. Raiders didn't hire him. I don't know how that whole thing went, but this is an interesting game. Certainly one that I'm going to have my eyes on. That's for sure. My last one, Tyson. I'm going to go Broncos team total over 26.5 minus 112 on DraftKings. I wanted to play the spread, but at 7.5, that scared me. So I think I'm going to I think the Broncos, we haven't seen the best of their offense yet. This is a defense and a guy in Al Golden who is really good at the college level. I think it's going to take a little time to truly build this thing back up. The other thing, too, is if this Broncos defense hasn't been elite compared to last year, maybe we see that in this one. This offense with Jake Browning and some mistakes. So if we can get another defensive score, or if we just get more possessions to an offense that I think is going to be performing better, I think they go over this number on Monday. And so I'm going to take over 26.5 as a way to attack this game.
Yeah, and Browning might just throw the ball to Patrick Surtain. I'm also with you on the Packers here to round it out. Brad only went with 3 plays this week because he wants a T-box, so he's shortening the card as best he can. But I'm circumventing that. We're on the same play together. I think that the Packers are going to win this game by a bunch.
Okay, guys, those are our picks. Let's get into the player prop parlay that we have started to do this week. And I got to say, I'm pretty pissed, Tyson, that this didn't get home. Garrett Wilson, and this was me calling the shots by myself, and I almost was pointing to Tyson like, oh, man, I was cooking last week. Garrett Wilson, 6+ receptions with Tyrod Taylor, got home. A.J. Brown looked like that was going to burn me again, yet they woke up in the second half, went over with ease. Nico Collins, 70-plus receiving yards. Again, that looked like it was going to burn me. And then all of a sudden, boom, Nico Collins goes down the sideline. Justin Jefferson, 6-plus receptions. He ends with 5, so we don't get this home. Are you kidding me? It's because the blowout was so big. We easily would have gotten this. He probably would have caught 10 balls. I mean, Carson Wentz was throwing it to him, and yet he doesn't play the entire fourth quarter. That was frustrating. Oh, that really could have changed things around here. But, Tyson, we're moving forward because we got, I think, a good strategy involved for what we're doing here.
Well, I hope we do every week. But this week, Jaylen Warren over 23.5 receiving yards. The Vikings are just going to blitz a ton. And, you're going to dump the ball to the backfield. Jaylen Warren's going to get 25 yards. Aaron Rodgers said good things happen when he gets the ball. Zay Flowers, 5-plus receptions here. Brad, you love this guy. And the Ravens need to start loving him too, because it's getting really hard to predict which one of these receivers is going to be, but it's been rotating. And this time it's Zay's turn. And I think 5 catches here. You got to give him the ball early. And then you're going to feel really good about this one. Brock Bowers, 6-plus catches. It's about time that we get this dude involved in the offense in the same way that he was a year ago. And I think that this is a great week for it. And then Jordan Love, 230-plus passing yards. I know the Packers are going to want to get the run game back on track after that abysmal performance from the Browns. But Russell Wilson threw 450 yards on this defense. Come on.
Yeah, we just need 2 deep shots that the Packers love, and then we're at 180, and then you can dink and dunk the rest of the way. No, I'm with you there. And the Warren one is interesting because, Tyson, we know the Vikings are going to blitz Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to dunk it down to Jaylen Warren, who I've been critical of. But I think he's great in these little dump-off gadget spots. He can kind of pop one against a linebacker. So I love that. And, yeah, Zay Flowers, 5-plus receptions. I said it seems like maybe the Ravens won't forget that Zay Flowers on the team. Well, they did in a big spot against the Lions, so I think they're going to rectify that even against a good Chiefs offense. Pop passes, little outs, screens. They're going to get him the rock this week. I think 3 catches even in the first quarter is probably going to happen, Tyson. So I think he goes way over this number. Brock Bowers, 6-plus receptions. You think the Raiders are going to be behind or at least lose this game. So I think they got to go back to their pass catching threat, especially at this point in the season. Plus, I think his knee's a little bit better. I think that was hampering him a little bit. So Brock Bowers would be more involved, and I'm with you. Jordan Love could just shred up this Cowboys secondary and this defense. So that's plus 1034 on DraftKings for NFL Week 4 prop parlay. Let's move into, it's supposed to say NFL Week 4 TD parlay. Kyron Williams got in against the Eagles. My guy Ashton Jeanty and Bucky Irving did not. Strange to me. And Kenneth Walker got home plus 1250. So it went 2 for 4 again. That's kind of been the curse here, Tyson. But that was without you involved. That was me picking too many guys. So we're trying to go back here. Week 5 NFL. I'm sorry. I'm right. Week 4. I'm all over.
College football is on the brain. We're 1 week ahead there. We are in week 4. Nico Collins is getting in the end zone. Do you think CJ Stroud is going to throw a touchdown pass this week, Brad?
I do.
There's a 55% chance that the touchdown passes thrown by CJ Stroud in his career go to Nico Collins. Ladd McConkey, it's ping pong time here in this Los Angeles Chargers offense, where 1 week it's going to be Keenan Allen. We've seen QJ rise from the dead, and now he's not just a serviceable NFL player. This dude looks awesome. This week is Ladd McConkey's turn, because now defenses have 3 weeks of film and they go, hey, we got to account for the other 2 guys. Let's get Ladd in the end zone. Ashton Jeanty, it's just sheer will, Brad. This is something you are going to bet every week here. And he's going to get it 9 times. So it's not a bad one to include. And then Courtland Sutton's the same logic for me as Nico Collins. Passes that Bo Nix has thrown for a touchdown since week 3 of last season, 50% of those have gone to Courtland Sutton. And I think Bo Nix is probably going to throw 2 touchdowns.
I love that your reasoning here on Nico Collins and Sutton. And if you guys couldn't tell, I mean, the Jeanty one's mine. It's just, if I'm not anything, it's stubborn, or however that saying goes. Jeanty's going to get in, Tyson. I think finally they're starting to figure out that they need to run this guy a serious amount, or get him downhill, and that's going to start in the red zone. Jeanty's going to get into the end zone this week. The McConkey thing is a hunch for me, because this was the number 1 guy, and Herbert was throwing it to him all the time. He was the only guy who could score for the Chargers last year, and all of a sudden they have a million weapons that Herbert can throw to. So it's been Quentin Johnson. It's been Keenan Allen, like Tyson pointed out. I think it's McConkey's turn, and he gets in. And if all 4 of these guys score like we think in this TD parlay, that is plus 2268. So we haven't hit one of these. I think we should have hit the prop parlay last week. We're 0-3 in both of these. I think it's time for a week to turn, or our fortunes to turn on that front, Tyson.
Definitely. And also we have one little bit of housekeeping.
We do, because I was a bad host. I've completely forgot about the college football parlay. So if you listen to our college football episode and you're like, where's the parlay? Here it is. TCU, Arizona State, over 54.5. Tyson and I are both on that on Friday night. So go get this in. We like Kansas State -6. Coming off a bye against UCF, who just beat Bill Belichick. They got to go from the bounce house to the Little Apple. I mean, that's a tough travel spot. Kansas State, I know they suck, but my God, what would that have number been in the preseason?
21.
A lot. And Toledo, Tyson's trust me in the MAC here. He likes Toledo too. We're lighting the candle with Jason Candle and the Rockets, and then we're taking our guy JKS to bounce back. Jaron Kiame, Sungapua, Cal money line outright beating Boston College.
Your guy for now until he wins me some money.
Okay, that's fair. Plus 12 or plus 22-18 on DraftKings with the boost that they have for a 4+ leg parlay.
Yeah, and if you are listening to the NFL show and you're going, what's this college football parlay doing in here? Go check that one out too, because it's a crazy weekend. And like I already talked about the Ryder Cup on the last one, that's huge to us here on this show, and all the football and everything else that you can bet on will be in the Discord app. Group name, as I said, what I said. There's something for everybody in there, and this weekend has something for everybody as well. You get to sit down on the couch and just have 72 hours, or how does time work? 50, 60?
I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't even think of that. I'm already doing too much math in my head.
72, I think. But, yeah, we don't even know what week it is here. That's why you need to follow us. And just – you can fade us at this point. I think Brad and I are both maybe a little tired.
We don't know what the week it is because we're too busy giving out numbers and plays, Tyson. That's what it is. We don't care. We're too busy grinding the tape.
I know about 10.3 units in the NFL.
Exactly. So Tyson's red hot. You got to follow him. Follow the show as well. Subscribe. Don't miss a single thing we do. Like Tyson said, Ryder Cup, huge weekend in college football. NFL is always crazy. So we'll react to that early next week. So don't miss a single thing. That's why you got to subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Like the show if you're watching, if you're on the way out here on YouTube. Share it with a friend, with an enemy, your coworker. Come on. I mean, make your coworker a little cash. You don't have to front all the office parties and things like that. You guys can split it when you're hitting these parlays with us. So share it with a friend and enemy, all that good stuff. It's late here as we're recording this thing. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy the big weekend of football and the Ryder Cup. We'll talk to you in early next week. Till then, guys, peace.